Well, Food and Civil Supplies Minister K Muniyappa in Karnataka has openly expressed dissatisfaction over his department. Honeymoon period for K Shivakumar has essentially come to an end. There has been no honeymoon period, quite literally. Senior Congress veteran T B Jayachandra is reportedly upset over being left out of the cabinet altogether. Former Minister Zameer Ahmad Khan supporters are demanding a ministerial berth, while questions continue over portfolio allocations to several senior leaders. The biggest flashpoint has come after senior Congress leader Ramalinga Reddy reportedly offered to resign after being denied the portfolio he wanted. There seems to be crisis after crisis that DKS has landed into. The honeymoon period of him as a chief minister clearly seems to be on very thin ground. Vijay Grover, senior journalist, joins us. Dr. Basavaraj Itnal, senior journalist, joins us. Thank you very much, both of you. Vijay Grover, for many, this may also be Karnataka in a very different, in a very new wineskin. The old wine, usually supposed to be...
Sneha, you put it very rightly, Karnataka. But I think so. This is only initial muscle flexing that one is seeing in terms of each one trying to bulldoze the other one internally. When this transition was happening, the way the Central High Command was here, it looked so smooth. There couldn't have been a smoother handover from Siddaramaya's resignation till the swearing in. But the moment the swearing in was over, and within 24 hours, we saw Reddy's late night rebellion. Then we saw Krishna Bairagoda getting upset.
It's as if everybody was just waiting for this to happen, waiting for the top leadership of Congress to leave. And why I'm saying that, this seems to be very characteristic of the Karnataka government, especially the Congress Karnataka government. Very, very characteristic.
Well, Sneha, it's very clearly visible over here now that, the seniors in the party are certainly upset because they thought that, in the next round they would be accommodated. Like you mentioned the name of T B Jayachandra, he certainly is one who has been waiting for quite some time. And there were many hopefuls during Siddaramaya's government who were hoping that once the reshuffle happens, maybe they'll get an opportunity. But the fact is that it's not come their way, and it's the same people who've come back with different portfolios. And the way the portfolio allocation happened, the first thing that came to light was when K Shivakumar clearly expressed that the list was decided by the High Command. So you have the role of K Shivakumar, you have the role of Randeep Surjewala. Now these are the people, if they are going to be dictating or going to be guiding things, it's a softer word that I'm using, then certainly this is not the way senior leaders of Karnataka would want to be treated. And we are seeing the way K Muniyappa, he said, my supporters want me to be DCM. Parmeshwar is saying that, if 2023 had not lost Kottagire, I would have become the chief minister. So clearly, it's only muscle flexing that we are seeing at different levels. And it will need not just the two leaders, Siddaramaiah and K Shivakumar. I think so now the time has come and the High Command will have to step in and ensure that the rebellion is quelled at this moment before takes a different issue.
Dr. Basavaraj Itnal, I want to ask you a question. Looks like the taste of mutton lingered longer than the taste of idli alone. You know what I'm talking about. The unity breakfast fallout was much faster than the show of strength with the mutton and dosha. I think they chose the wrong menu. Sir, I think we have audio problems. I'll ask my team to just try and fix that. Vijay Grover, do you want to take that answer?
Well, see, very clearly, that's what I said. When it looked like a picture perfect transition with, the way the two leaders went to Delhi and there was that posturing that we saw in Delhi and everything was suspense till such time that the two leaders had taken the flight. So if you look at it very clearly, the central leadership stamp over this transition was visible from day one. A reason why everybody is now flexing muscles. If DK had been given the opportunity to pick and choose, or maybe if he had been just sworn in alone, he would have had his way in terms, because even the way K Shivakumar operates is a very different, very temperamental.
I mean, at the face of it, irrespective of all that's happened within the Karnataka Congress, he is known as the troubleshooter. Anybody within the Congress will not split their eyelid while talking about DKS as the troubleshooter. That's a given, but looks like he has to troubleshoot what he has landed himself into. Why I'm asking you this, as journalists who see this from afar, who've covered this for a very long time, this was a given. It was happening. How could Congress leadership, how could DKS, and how could Siddaramaiah not see this come? Or they're so used to this that it comes along with the baggage.
Well, see, that's what I'm telling you. If D had been given some opportunity to pick his cabinet and maybe taken time for it, there was no necessity to swear in 13 leaders along with him. That's something which, was the first message that went to the party leaders and the seniors especially, that there were two individuals, K Shivakumar and Randeep Surjewala, who were calling the shots. And that's why you see everybody flying, be it Rizwan Arshad, be it Krishna Vairagoda, everybody is camping in Delhi trying to get their way through the next expansion whenever it happens before 18th of June. So that's where I think so DK should have maybe had a stronger, maybe he was trying to take everybody along. But I think so, for a tough guy to act soft doesn't work. And this is where I think so DK Shivakumar now finds himself in a quandary, that a man who's very tough and very firm in the way he deals with politicians and opposition, today he finds himself that everybody is trying to nudge him to an agreement.
Vijay Grover, I think that just comes with the position that he's holding. You can act very differently when you're not the chief minister. You're a very different person. You need a very different tact when you're the chief minister. And you've seen this in states after states, particularly with the Congress leadership as well. One question I do want to ask, the mandate for TKS was very clear. And it seems that the messaging that they wanted to give was an attempt at Congress gaining a rare consecutive second in Karnataka. The question now that seems to be emerging is, will DKS be able to pull through the remaining of the 2 years that's left?
Well, Sneha, one thing very clearly from the day one I've been saying is he needs the blessings of Siddaramaiah. He cannot afford to ignore Siddaramaiah or, be seen as a distant thing from him. Now, given the chance that
and not to forget those beautiful pictures of the hug and the blessings that he, touching the feet of Siddaramaiah, however much optics, but that really has to translate into reality.
It has to. And that's where, because see, one of the reasons, and I had told it on your channel only, that with the elections just about 22 months away, maybe the anti-incumbency or, the slackness that was coming into the party leadership because of Siddaramaiah's style of functioning, that could have been countered better. But unfortunately, what we're seeing now is a fresh rebellion within the party itself.
True.
But it's never too late because, he's a little more urban, little more savvy compared to Siddaramaiah. And if he's able to touch the urban pulse, the way at which SIR is now going through and the way, the urban voters are going to be increasing, I think so. That is what was in the party's back of their mind also.
Right.
That they wanted somebody who could communicate to the younger voter, to the urban voter, and also ensure that anti-incumbency was taken care of.
And not to forget, Vijay Grover, I think one thing that the BJP has had against the Congress government and has raised it up multiple times is the fact their own Nataka doesn't get over. And that means that administration takes a fall. It's in free fall. And therefore, you have, the flooding, the traffic jams, all of them, the potholes, all of them keep, the opposition keeps raising that, saying, where do they have the time to fix this mess? Never mind that BJP didn't fix it for the years that they were in power. Who cares about that? They are in the opposition for now in Karnataka. Congress is there and looks like Congress doesn't have the time to fix it either. DK doesn't look like in a position to be able to do it, though he brought in the funds and said one of the first decisions was to fix the roads and the potholes. Clearly, that's not happening.
Well, see, the fact that, the credit must be given to DK Shivakumar for bringing in the Greater Bengaluru Authority with 5 separate corporations. And that's something which he had envisioned when he was the Deputy Chief Minister also.
Right.
But you very rightly said that one advantage that the Congress has today is that the BJP is a divided house. And we see that even appointment of Vijendra as the state president, that itself has been stretched for so many months.
True.
There's no official announcement coming still. So clearly that's where, there is some relief for DK Shivakumar that the BJP is not going hammer and tongs against him and not attacking him
Right.
the way, they're supposed to do as an opposition.
Right.
But yes, the victims are the common people. The victims are the people of Bengaluru. The people are victims are the people who
Right.
suffer the miseries of traffic and flooding and all these
Absolutely.
issues.
So we're totally
Because
out of
none
time.
of the parties care.
Right. Vijay Grover, thank you so much for staying with us, for explaining this, getting us a perspective on this. As I have been saying, this is nothing but Karnataka Nataka in old wineskin.